We were doing a load-in at Mackey Auditorium, and we had to go to the basement to get some extra lights. And as we were going down the stairs, which are pretty steeply pitched, sorry, I had to throw that in there, we met this guy coming up the stairs, and he was pretty raggedy looking. And when we got to the basement, somebody said, "How did that homeless guy get in here?" Man, that was Warren Zevon. Does anybody remember Warren Zevon? Yeah. Werewolves of London. Yeah. Send Lawyers, Guns, and Money. Music has been such a huge, huge part of my life. I mean, I don't even know how to describe how important it's been to me. It energizes me, and it moves me, and it lets me feel all the emotions that I can't feel with other people. And Warren, I get it, he's kind of a niche guy, an acquired taste, but one of my huge heroes. And I was fortunate enough to get to work as a stagehand for a living, and I got to do a couple of shows with Warren. And that one at Mackey was a lot of fun because he was touring with a band, and the band that was backing him up was the same band I had seen earlier that summer, backing up Don Henley at Fiddler's Green. And so the band comes in, and I'm like, "Hey, it's great to see you guys again. This is gonna be a great show." And at lunch, we're sitting talking with the band, and I'm talking with the guitarist about fractal geometry and eigenvalues. And we're having this conversation about advanced mathematics. It was like the scene in Wayne's World where they go backstage to meet Alice Cooper, and he gives them a lecture on the history of Milwaukee. You know, it was just, this isn't funny, it's real. It was just really incredible and a lot of fun. And I got to do another show with Warren that was at a bar, and he was not very popular at the time. It was one of those little bars that had a bar at the back, and then a couple hundred seats, and then a stage. And it was just Warren and a piano, and they had sold maybe 24 tickets. And so Warren and his tour manager arrived, and they looked at the venue, and they looked at the piano, and the tour manager came over to us, the stagehands, and he's like, "Hey, could we move the piano from the stage to back here by the bar? And then we'll do the show from there." And pianos are really heavy, and they're really awkward, and moving them is really a pain in the butt. But we're stagehands, we make things happen, we move the piano, we set everything up, and it was transformative. Instead of a show where Warren is up on stage by himself and there's 20 people scattered in 200 seats, it was 25 of us sitting at the bar, having a drink with Warren Zevon, and oh, look, here's a piano. He'll play some songs for us and sing to us. It was so incredible and so intimate. And thinking about it now, it makes me so sad because we've lost so many of these great artists, Michael Jackson, Prince, Tom Petty, and nobody was going to see Warren Zevon, and 10 years later, he was gone. 15 years ago, we lost Warren. Now, it was a little different with Warren because he had been diagnosed with mesothelioma and given only a few months to live. And so instead of getting treatment, he decided to record a farewell album. And he made this album with a bunch of friends, and he lived a year, so he lived long enough to see the album released. And he was a regular on Letterman's show. And his very last appearance was just him as the only guest on David Letterman. The band played songs of his all night, and he talked with Dave, and David asked him a question. He said, "So in this last year, what have you learned about life and death?" And Warren said, "Enjoy every sandwich." Yeah, it was a great quip. And I've had a great time being a stagehand. I love it. I really enjoy the work. I really enjoy making the music happen. And, I mean, as you can tell, I've enjoyed every sandwich, too. I don't have a lot else to show for it except for a shoebox full of backstage passes. But that's okay, because I've really enjoyed myself, too. So where's the pitch, other than the stairs, which I threw in? My fringe show, Shoebox Full of Blues, is about these stories. If you'd like to hear more, come check it out. Thanks.